Welcome everyone back to our channel. In today's video, we'll delve into the psyche of a serial killer. It's shocking to discover that beneath King Von's persona as a rapper, there was a serial killer lurking. Before we dive into the video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Our channel primarily focuses on hip-hop content, so if you're a fan, be sure to subscribe to stay updated. His bodies are legend, and even his ops tell of how savage he was. Now, law officials are releasing documents detailing even more bodies that they have pinned on King Von. He lived, ate, and slept with catching bodies on his mind. Early morning, late night, Von was catching bodies on sight. Those around him call him many things, but one thing they all agree on? He wasn't human and a devil. Why? Let's break it down. Chicago is mainly considered the home of drill, from Chief Keef to Lil Durk. To the late FBG Duck, the wave of disrespect to their ops and the dead became like a game. But legends speak of the birth of a super-duper savage every 10,000 years with the trenches in his blood, genetically enhanced for drilling. Their heart holds no remorse, their mind designed to think of ways to catch the ops lackin', and their hands structured to gain 10 extra attack points when pulling the trigger. 10,000 years passed, and the next super-duper savage entered the world. His name, Davon Daquan Bennett, aka the Demon King. King Von Bro came out the womb ready to stretch some, and he lived up to all that legend spoke of as a super-duper savage. His motto from small was "Merc or be merked," and by his reputation, it's clear which one he chose. Von was beating bodies and turning them into tales in his music, playing right in the ops' faces. Death was life, and taking someone else's was his way of living. Von would tweet about bodies and murking ops like it was his favorite pastime. And the crazy thing is, it wasn't cap, it was truth. Twitter was like his death diary, where he detailed his most evil thoughts and documented his bodies caught. Von was a different breed. His mind was infatuated with the drilling hell, in love at least. What's wild is that he could be that cold and devious, but be so cool and chill. That's why he's considered a demon who was a serial killer. Being around Von, he was always on go time, according to his homie Tay 600. And J Hood even said you couldn't be around Von if you didn't want to get into shootouts because it was green light no matter the day or time. Von was always feeling to stretch some. Von was sliding on the ops like he was the national O-Block ice skating champ. And this wasn't just Von in the trenches, this was also Von after he built a buzz in the music biz. Word on the street is Von even used to be robbing people he just kicked it with on camera while going to interviews with Durkio. Dude was really just always scheming to catch some lackin'. Rappers be on this internet tough talk, maybe have a lil run it with a op here and there. With Von, once it was up, it was up. Dude was getting up at sunrise, waking homies up talking about we on like murking a op was breakfast. By all accounts, those who knew him said one thing in common about Bro: he was the devil himself. The legend states that in order for the super-duper savage to become a demon, he must first experience an event, a trigger that causes him to dive off the porch head first into the funker tree. For King Von, that moment was when O.D. Perry got killed. Von unlocked his inner savage, and from there bodies started dropping, racking up body counts like it was arcade tickets to win a prize. Soon, the rumors of his notoriety started getting out. The names of bodies started being called, and they brutally began to unfold to the public. And needless to say, Von wasn't capping by what the streets were saying. Everything he portrayed to be and rapped about, he stood on. October 2012. Von claimed a victim's life. His name, Richard Modell, aka Modell of STL EBT. According to reports, Modell was linking up with a shawty on her porch when Von walked up and opened fire, murking Modell and leaving his cousin in a wheelchair after he was shot so many times his intestines was falling out his stomach. Von entered the entry into his death diary, mocking Modell after snatching his soul by going on Twitter and saying, "I remember Modell with the one eye from STL. It's fucked up what happened to him." Hashtag straight sucka. Von was still hungry for more. Bro couldn't even wait until things died down. That same month after murking Modell, he spun the block again, this time catching P5, aka Crack of Jaro City lacking. Official news reports state that Derek Johnson, aka P5, was shot multiple times before succumbing to his wounds. According to the incident report, P5 was hit in the neck, chest, back, right hand, and left jaw, leaving a total of 16 holes about his body. And just like that, crack became a new addition into the death diary. Here are some of the gruesome tweets. Vaughn tweeted right after that incident.
Same piss. Don't play, we changed niggas. This me, I'm the same nigga. I try to count my bodies. What? You gonna need 3-4 hands trying to count my bodies.
Vaughn was recording bodies like it was an episode in a show talking about who gon' get murked in November, leaving fans with a cliffhanger. November came and we got the answer. Rodney Stewart, aka BossTrell of STL EBT. His hit came just 2 days before his ticket to get out of the rack to start a new life in Iowa, away from the paranoia and murkings and gang lifestyle. BossTrell was found face down in an alley in the 2600 block of West 83rd Street with a shot to the back of the head. It's rumored that a shoddy was used to lure BossTrell to the alley, where instead he met with T. Roy, who ended him. But J. Hood allegedly clears the air and gives the credit of the shooter to King Von, the other half of the twin demons with T. Roy. May 2014, a man by the name of Malcolm Stuckey became another victim of Vaughn's hunger for bloodshed. King Vong and affiliate Michael Wade, aka Big Mike, caught Bro lacking at a birthday party in the 5700 block of South LaSalle Street around Englewood and ended his life. This would be the hit that got both him and Vaughn booked with a first-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder. Vaughn beat that body, and when Malcolm's sister heard the news, she had a lot to get off her chest, and can't really be mad at her. Her brother ain't coming back, and Vaughn was out having a successful rap career rapping about his bodies. 2 things about Vaughn. He always wants the ops smoked, and he never forgets a op that disrespect him. K.I, the legendary female assassin of SLT EBT, was poking Jones at Vaughn for losing 2 of his homies while he was locked. Vaughn was out, and Get Back was in season. April 11th, 2014, Vaughn, along with other O-Block members, made their move after K.I posted up her location on Twitter. Her confidence was high, but King Von's was higher. She was allegedly with her right-hand man and homie FBG Buddha when Vaughn pulled up and offloaded shots, hitting K.I in the mouth, neck, and chest a total of 9 times on the 6400 block of South Eberhard Avenue. Eyewitnesses stated that K.I ran and collapsed on the porch, fighting for her life. K.I would succumb to her injuries at Northwestern Memorial Hospital. J. Hood later did an interview with Fuchsia's TV, confirming it was Vaughn that murked K.I, and not only that, he said after Vaughn did it, he told him what was up. Those are the bodies you'd hear mostly talked about when in relation to Vaughn. But before now, many of them have been word on the streets and persons trying to piece together how many lives the demon took. Well, now, the police have started providing evidence of Vaughn's bodies, and it's crazy how much of a serial killer he was. You know, you were on demon time when the police are investigating you for multiple bodies. K.I.'s was one of the first they released documents confirming it was Vaughn's handiwork. Here's how sinister this man is. There was an official K.I. documentary where they were trying to piece together who murked her, and Vaughn was on that John doing interviews and talking about he was trying to smash and be with her.
I was like, damn, you doing shit.
The exact text was something along the lines of, when it's all over with, I'm gonna get up in you or something. Does that sound about right?
That sound raw, so yeah, I'll be saying raw. Yeah, I probably did say that.
Vaughn had interviewers talking about Vaughn was hurt missing her and tweeting about her. And Vaughn hyping him up with the trolling acting, all in his feelings. Dude was really unremorseful, upping the score. Documents would also be released on Modell, where investigators pinned Vaughn as the one who ended his life. 2 confirmed bodies by law officials, and we thought that was all. But they released more documents recently that really showed the level of operation Vaughn was on when it came to catching bodies. Vaughn was moving like a mob boss, orchestrating homicides, because in these new documents, they claim that Vaughn was the one behind Carlton Weekly, aka FBG Duck's hit. Documents state that he put a $50K bag on Duck's head top, then upped it to $100K, and when the homies collected on the bounty after murking Duck, he bought each of them an O-Block chain. The redacted names in the document relate to a witness who snitched on me, providing that info, and the person they said put out the hit, which is King Von. In the vid of Von at Easybox linking the chains, here some of the names he called to be engraved on the chain. C Murder, lock it up for FBG Duck hit. Muwop also got locked up for the FBG Duck hit. So it seems the report may be telling the truth. Everyone getting a chain is now locked up. Tell me that's not some Italian mafia type movie, just with Von, only Clip's shooting was bullets. The informant also pointed out the O Block members responsible and stated that Muwop is a known hitter for O Block. Von was on a war path to murk as many ops as he could, and he dang sure was accomplishing his goal. As we know, Von met his end after an altercation with Quando Rondo outside a club in Atlanta, where Kunado homie Lul Tim pulled out the strap and hit him up. From the looks of things, if he didn't lose his life, he may have been looking at life behind bars. But who knows? With how he was operating, allegedly putting money on dudes' heads, he might have been the type to bribe his way out of the jam at court. Guess we'll never know. This is only the tip of the iceberg. Von is rumored to have a lot more bodies, and I won't be surprised if investigators release more info on bodies they have him pinned for. The super-duper savage spoken about in legends have gone. It will be another 10,000 years before another arrives, but there may never be one as hungry to murk ops like King Von. So there you have it, the mind of a serial killer, King Von. Make sure you like the video and comment down below what you think of Von.